I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to the Resistance. I went to the grocery store this morning, and the bacon that I've been buying for a long time at 1 pound, suddenly it's only a 3/4 pound pack, but the price hasn't come down none. Checked my banking app yesterday, and my trash bill suddenly jumped by 30%. And a couple of days ago, we got a bill from Liberty Mutual. It was a late fee for our homeowners insurance. Well, that didn't make any sense because the mortgage company pays that. So my wife called the mortgage company. They checked all their records and they're like, yep, we sent it weeks in advance. Turns out Liberty Mutual held on to the payment until after the due date, then cashed the check and tried to credit the account, or did credit the account, but then tried to charge us because it was late. So what do we got here? We got price gouging. We've got predatory, and it's got to be illegal business practices against the consumer, and skyrocketing prices for no good reason. We used to have a presidential candidate that was going to continue the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that would have went after Liberty Mutual, but this current administration has pretty much gutted him. We had a presidential candidate who, as part of her platform, said she was going to go after price gougers. But y'all just didn't think that she had any policies. You didn't think that she had enough experience and all kinds of other, well, frankly, bullshit. You sat on your couches. You stayed home. And now chickens are all coming home to roost for all of us. My point for today is when you talk about these things, it's not really going to do us a whole lot of good to go back and say, I told you so. We had a presidential candidate that would have prevented this kind of stuff or addressed it at least. My point is, when these things are hitting you like they're hitting our family, or they're hitting your neighbors when you're talking to somebody about it, or you hear somebody complaining about it, the answer is not simply to say, you voted for Trump. That's not the only answer. You've also got to remind people that the Republicans in Congress are just as much to blame because they are supporting every single thing he does. They're not pushing back at all. Tiniest little bit on this latest budget thing because they don't like the heat they're catching on Medicaid, but mark my words, it'll get through the Senate. Anyway, the point is, we can't just make Trump our boogeyman, because it's not just Trump that is the boogeyman. It's all of the Republicans. There's some gal down in Kentucky. She just switched parties the other day, reading the tea leaves and all that. Well, she's just not very bright, because by the time she comes up for re-election, the country's going to be so pissed off at the Republicans that she probably just traded her way out of a job. Anyway, remember, Trump's not the only boogeyman. It's all the Republicans. Good day.
You know, we bought this pillow for the puppies. This is the tiny kitty.